Hey guys, I just got off work a little bit early today, so I figured I'd come shoot, and I haven't done a video in a while. So, for those of you that watched my pronghorn, my antelope hunt, I really appreciate that. I spent a lot of time on the video, and you know, I spent a lot of money on the trip alone, and I was really proud of it, and I'm happy to have gotten that hunt on video, since it's my first hunt ever on video. Probably one of the few times I'll ever hunt pronghorn. I might do it later on, might go to New Mexico and do it and try it out there. But this is my only time I'll ever hunt antelope in Oklahoma, probably. So I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting that video. Anyways, I haven't made a video about my pistol in a while. I sent in my paperwork last week. The FBI should be looking over right now, so I'm be getting my concealed carry in about maybe a month or so. Hopefully they don't take too long. The lady said they take about 2 months or less. So I'm waiting on that. But anyways, I figured I'd show you the things I've done to my pistol since one of my earlier videos I made about this Glock 17. I was just on that video. It was actually one of my first videos, so I wasn't very comfortable talking on camera, and that's pretty apparent whenever you watch it. But I just talked about how great of a pistol it is, especially for a first handgun choice. Ammunition's cheap. I believe the 9mm is deadly enough. I don't think I think the hype. Well, I'm not going to get into that, but I think 9mm is perfect for concealed carry use, for self-defense use. I don't see any reason to have anything more than that. I think just the high capacity magazine alone represents that. It shows that it's one of the top tiers. You know, to have 17 rounds of firepower just in one magazine, that's something to talk about. But anyways, okay, I'll just go ahead and I'll get some close-ups of this and show you what I've done to it. Alright, here it is. Probably the first noticeable thing you can tell that I've done to it is that polished barrel, and I'll get to that in a second. But mainly, the big thing that I wanted to do was get some new sights. The sights on Glocks, come stock on Glocks, aren't bad, but I wanted some good, decent night sights, and these are Meprolites, I think. I really like them. You know, for not ever having a pistol to put sights on. You know, I looked over a bunch of the ones that they had in the shop, and you know, they had some True Glows and you know, tons of different other ones. And I like these a lot, and they have a pretty long warranty. I think it's a 12-year warranty or something like that. If they start going dim, you can send them back and then replace them. So that's a pretty good deal. But anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and show you this barrel and the trigger job I did on it. I decided not to do the whole barrel. I mainly just, obviously just for looks. It doesn't really serve a whole lot of purpose, just to polish the top and the side. Mainly just for looks. I thought it was kind of cool. It took a while. I just used a Dremel and a cotton wheel, and some of their buffing compound. But it turned out really nice. It's kind of wet, it's kind of lubed up. And I also I have not had any feeding issues with this Glock, but I started to notice some wear. I've shot this Glock quite a bit. I started to notice some wear on the feed ramps, so I went ahead and just polished that smooth, and that'll make it easier to clean. And I mean, it doesn't have issues cycling, but it will definitely not have any issues cycling now with that polished feed ramp. So I went ahead and did that. Stock spring. I'm not adjusting the spring any. I haven't had any issues with that. Anyways, okay, get back to this trigger job. There's a million other videos on the 25-cent Glock trigger, so I'm not even gonna go into the big details because there's many videos on that. But basically, you just polish a few parts here and there, and you're not taking a lot of metal off. You're just kind of buffing it smooth from where the factory, I guess, didn't get it completely smooth. And there's a little bit on the trigger arm you have to polish. and a connector. And this is actually a 3.5 connector in this. This is actually a 3.5 pound connector, ghost connector in this Glock right now. So before I polished it, I don't think it was a true 3.5 pound. I think it was more like 4.5. I think it barely dropped the weight any. But after polishing it, I think it's closer to a 3.5, 4 pound trigger weight that they advertise. So now keep in mind, this is going to be my carry gun. There's a lot of controversy on whether or not you should alter anything on a carry gun. I don't think it. There are things that I think that could get you into some legal issues. I'm not an expert on it, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. But I think that some of the main issues are you cannot alter. Well, first off, it's your gun. I think you should be able to alter whatever you want, but you know, lawyers say differently. But I think you shouldn't alter any of the safeties on your gun. Like say it has a safety, backstrap safety. I think it's frowned upon if you pin that down as a carry gun. If you get caught, you're not caught, but if you are in some kind of altercation whenever you had to use your carry gun to defend yourself. I don't know. I don't know why it would be a problem, but you know, there's all kinds of rumors and there's all kind of bad juju around altering a carry gun. But if you have a good holster, if you're not dicking with your gun throughout the day, if you're not showing it off, if you're not doing something stupid that you shouldn't be, and you know, number one safety is if your finger's not off the trigger. If your finger's nowhere near the trigger during the day, you're not going to have an issue with a light trigger. This trigger's not light, so I feel comfortable carrying it. But anyways, so I mean, that argument can go on and on, but and I kind of really don't want to get into it because I know I'm going to catch some slack on this video for, you know, doing these things to my carry gun. But you know, it's my gun, so. But anyways, those are just a few things I've done. I still plan on getting a Grip Force adapter. One of my buddies from work put one on his Glock 24, his competition gun. He told me he didn't notice, you know, a huge difference at first in recoil. Of course, his is a 40 caliber, so you know, I think 9mm is actually a little bit snappier than 40 calibers personally. But he has a long-sighted. The 24 is a long-sighted gun, so its recoil is significantly less than, you know, just a Glock 22, I guess, would be. But anyways, he said he thinks it probably dropped the recoil maybe 10%, and you know, I think that's pretty good. I think I'll go ahead and purchase that item. You know, it's a cheap item, so I think I'll go ahead and do that. And what's the last thing? What else did I need to talk about? Oh yeah, I might get some mag extensions. Maybe just for the range. I might try to carry it because Oklahoma, we passed the open carry law, and it goes into effect November 1st. So I don't plan on open carrying, but I plan on carrying concealed. But I like the option of open carry, especially because I'm a hunter, and it's hard to carry a concealed firearm whenever you got all kinds of camo on and stuff. So I like that option. I think we should be able to have the option to carry openly. So I'm glad they did that. Like I said, I'll probably carry concealed most of the time, but I'm not going to be so concerned about it being totally concealed, and I won't mind having a mag extension kind of poking my shirt out a little bit. I don't think that's a big issue. So I might do that. I'm not exactly sure, but I might do that. Oh, and also, I did a trigger undercut. You guys probably already noticed if you're Glock guys. The trigger undercut, and it turned out pretty good. My finger, you know, I got kind of big hands. I'm 6'4", so my hands are fairly decent size, I guess. They're not huge hands, but they're fairly decent. And that undercut kind of allows me to get my finger a little bit higher underneath that trigger guard, so I can get a higher grip on the firearm. And I really liked it. I don't think I'll do any stippling. I think this texture is plenty enough. I might get some grip tape. I don't really want to alter my frame a whole lot, because once you do it, there's no going back. So I think that's about all I'll do on the frame. But anyways, yeah. that's that. But I guess I can show you guys the trigger pull on this Glock. It's pretty nice, and it has a fairly decent reset. Of course, like I said, it's a carry gun. I'm not trying to lighten it up too much, but I want it to be, you know, I don't want it to be a heavy-ass trigger whenever I'm trying to fire. There's a little bit of slop at the very beginning. But it's stiff though. It's not. It doesn't feel sloppy, and it's not uneven. It's a pretty even pull all the way back, and a very even break. The reset's nice too. See, it's a very short reset for a stock trigger. So, anyways, that's that. And I guess I'll get some footage of me shooting it real quick. So, yep, that's it. Alright, here's a Glock 9mm. I'm going to fire a few rounds for you guys.